Welcome, everybody, to Roundhill Friday. We talk about Roundhill. Covered calls for the most part. They declared the majority of their funds today, Friday. It's their single stocks. But the good thing about Roundhill is they declare something every day of the week. So they pay something every day of the week on something. The single stocks declared today. Then you got your index ones on a different day. WPay declares on Monday. So, I mean, there's something every day. But we'll talk about all of them today. A lot more red today. So, just we're hanging in there. Alibaba was up a little bit, but it was a rough day. AMD was down 3.5%. The Roundhill Fund AMDW down more, a little over 4%. These are a little leveraged. I believe 1.2 times the underlying. So if the underlying is up, they're up higher, 1.2 times on average. If it's down, they're down 1.2 times. And there's a rarity to there. Alibaba was up 0.37, BABW up 2.19. So that's a 500% capture, which is sweet. Google down 0.8%. GooW, which I do own. If it's blue over here, I own it. GooW down 1.41%. They captured 176% of the loss. Basically, 76% more. Amazon down 2.66. AMZW down 3. 114% capture. Again, around 120 is where they're at, up or down, on average. Apple down 1.09, AAPW down 1.64, 150% capture of the loss. ARM, that's a British semiconductor company, down 5%. RMW down 4.46, so they did better, but only captured 86% of the loss. So better, but not good. BRKB, Berkshire, down 0.63. BRKW down 1.64, captured more than double. Avgo down 0.7. AVGW down 0.8, 114%. That's close to the 120 there. Coinbase down 4%. COIW almost 6%, 144% capture. Costco up 1.58%, and COSW up 2.43, 153% capture. TLT, that's a bond fund, down 0.37%. We don't get a lot of movement there. TSYW down 0.27%. Again, I think it launched at 50. It's a newer fund. It's at 49.55. So I don't think this will move much, but the yield is very low. So something to think about. Meta down 2.38. METW down 3.17, 133% capture. Microsoft down 0.42. MSFW down 0.81, almost double the loss. Netflix down 0.15, NFLW down 0.38. That is a 2.5 times capture, 250%. Let's go down to the bottom. I think we can get them all. No, not quite. Okay. NVIDIA down 2.98%. We'll say 3. NVDW down 3.45, 115% capture. Palantir up 2.94, nice. I don't own the Roundhill Palantir fund. I do own the Yield Max one, as you guys know. So that's good news. PLTW was up 3.7%, 125% capture. Perfect. Robinhood down 4%. WHOW down 5.5%, 128%. Spider Gold up 1.57%. Gold and silver did well today, by the way. And I own some gold and silver stuff. One of them is coming up. So gold up 1.57, and GLDW up 1.5. So 95% capture. Strategy down again, 4.5%. MSTW down 5.2%, 117% capture. Tesla down 2%. TSLW down 2.5%, 113% capture. Uber down 0.44%. Ubu down 0.42%. We'll say pretty one-on-one there, 95%. United Healthcare. I could make this bigger, but I'll just leave it. It's United Healthcare over here. Down 1%. UNHW down 1.5%, 150% capture. This one I own. This is VanEck Gold Miners. I don't own that. That's the underlying. Only down 0.42. I thought gold finished up today. Anyway, I guess the gold miners didn't. GDXW, which I own, down 0.74%. 174% capture. They captured almost double the loss on that one. I do own that. And then WPay declares a different day. I think they declare Mondays. They were down 2.2%. Maggie is a Mag 7. They declare a different day. I think they declare, I'm not going to guess. I have it. We can look. Go way over here. WPay declares Monday. ETH and YBTC on Tuesday, the 0DTEs on Wednesday, and Maggie on Thursday, the rest today. There you go. There's your answer. I don't memorize them because they're written down here for me. Where were we? Talked about WPay. Maggie down 1.28. Mag 7 down 1.8. 70% capture. ETH and YBTC down 1.2 and 2.18%. Then the DTEs. No, okay, yeah, that's all that's left. The DTEs, these are 0DTE, covered calls. IWM, that's the Russell, down 2.2%. That's a lot for the Russell. I mean, the market tanked today, for sure. RDTE down 2.1. That's a 92% capture. NASDAQ, I don't think this column's just wide enough, is why it's blacked out there. Boom, there it is, 25,000. NASDAQ down 1.5, QDTE down 1.52, and let's see, SPY, that's S&P. This is technically SPX that they trade on, which Microsoft Excel does not pull from. So I put in SPY, which is just 1/10 of SPX, but it's very similar in percent change. So I put that in. It's easier for me to not have to put the price in, but it's actually SPX they trade on. So just so you know that. And IWM, same thing. On the Russell, they trade on RUT, R-U-T. This is IWM because Excel pulls that number. So the price will be different, but the percent change should be pretty close. So anyway, SPY down 1.28, XDTE down 1.36, 106% capture. So we can average that just to see what kind of capture we're getting. Overall, they're capturing 149% today of the underlying, up or down. So if that helps, it really doesn't. All right, let's talk about distros. That is why we are here. We're going to go here. We do have to shrink it down a little. Okay. Are we at the top? We're at the top. All right, AMDW. If you're new to the channel, I averaged the last 3 distributions. These are all weekly. So this is the last 3 weeks. This one was today, 45 cents. It was 38 cents. So big raise there, 7-cent raise. They're now averaging 43 cents. We averaged the last 3 with the current price at 41 bucks, and we got our annualized yield, 54%. Our total return is positive on this one. If you reinvest, it's 33%, 33.69% annualized total return. If you do not, it's 38.65. I average those two numbers, and that's how I rank the total returns. Because some of us drip, it's called drip. Some of us drip, some of us don't. I do on some, I don't on others. And you guys know my system there. So the average total return annualized is 36% with a 54% yield. Boom, that's awesome. All right, BABW went from 29 cents to 15 cents, 39% yield, negative total return. If it's negative, we don't talk about it. It's negative, which means it's paid or it's gone down more in NAV price. It's at 30.88. It has gone more, it's gone down further than it has paid at the current moment. We can look at that just to show you what I'm talking about. We'll look at BABW. I like div channel. You click on calculator, you put in BABW, you put your dates in. Launched October 23rd, so it's a new fund. Launched at 52, it's at 30. It's lost $22. It has paid $7. So that's where you get the negative total return. So negative 83%. And again, this is current as of today. I update these numbers here just on weekends. So they're a little different, but pretty close. Oh, it's worse. Okay. Yeah, these are 50s. Those are 80s negative. So GUW, 55 cents to 41 cents, 33% yield. Look at the total return, 114% annualized total return. If you reinvest, it's 119%. Why? Because the price is higher than launch price. They're at 63 bucks. So yeah, awesome. AMZW, 34 cents to 25 cents, 34% yield, negative 5% annualized total return. That's getting close though, 2-0. As more time gets in, you get closer to house money, unless the thing tanks, but this one hasn't. So, it's getting close. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. AAPW, that's Apple. 25 cents to 20 cents, 24% yield, positive 1% annualized total return. Is that great? No, but it's positive. 3% if you reinvest the distributions back into the fund. We call it DRIP. RMW, 30 cents to 33 cents. That's a raise. 61% yield, negative total return. BRKW, that's Berkshire, 14 cents to 18 cents. Big raise there. 17% yield, nothing crazy, but a positive total return. It's 2.8% annualized, 3% if you reinvest. I mean, it's not great, but it's steady anyway. AVGW, 47 cents to 33 cents, 49% yield, 16% positive total return. Look at that. And a 49% yield. This one's actually better if you don't reinvest. 18% if you don't, 13% if you do. So if I own this fund, which I don't, this is not financial advice, I would not reinvest the distributions back into that fund. I would move them elsewhere or cash them out, go out to dinner, whatever. COIW, that's the Coinbase. They've gone from 16 cents to 20 cents to 20 cents. Nice. 62% yield, negative total return. Costco fund. Before I show you the distribution, I looked at this earlier as I'm putting in. This will knock you out, okay? Costco, 27 cents down to 14 cents to 89 cents. If you own this fund, you're getting paid next week. Declared today. Moved it up to a 48% yield. Total positive return annualized is 20%. Awesome. I mean, it's awesome. What can I say? So yeah, good for you guys if you own that. TSYW, that's the bond fund as the underlying. 14 cents, 11 cents, 14 cents, bouncing up and down, 14% yield, 6% annualized total return, positive. So, it's a bond fund. It's slow and steady. Again, launched at 50, it's at 49.5. So you're not going to get a lot of NAV erosion there. You're going to get paid about, 13 cents a week for a 14% annualized total return. It depends on what you want. If you want that, go for it. METW on Meta, 27 cents down to 21 cents, 34% yield, negative total return, but it's creeping up. The Microsoft Fund, MSFW, 16 cents to 16 cents, 28% yield, negative total return. Netflix, NFLW, 19 cents to 27 cents. Look at that. 35% yield, negative total return still. NVIDIA Fund, NVDW, 42 cents down to 19 cents. That cut in half. And it's still a 43% yield, and the total return is still positive, 20%, almost 21, 20, almost 23 if you reinvest. And then we can go down to here, the Palantir Fund. Remember, Palantir was up today. 31 cents to 30 cents, 52% yield, positive 18% annualized total return, not bad. WHOW, 34 cents to 35 cents, 58% yield, 5% annualized total return. Now this one, it's better if you don't reinvest. Your 25% annualized total return if you take the distros, put them elsewhere, whether it's in your pocket or in something else. If you put them back into the fund, you're kind of chasing a loss a little bit. You're down 15% annualized. That makes sense. Questions in the comments. I'll tell you, I love the comments. Okay, GLDW, that's the actual gold fund. We'll talk about the gold miners in a minute. This is Spider Gold, 45 cents to 46 cents. 38% yield, 105% annualized total return, 107 if you reinvest. So if I own this, I would reinvest it. That's for sure. You're basically doubling your money. If you're counting the distributions and putting them back in, you're on an annualized basis, you're doubling your money every year. Not financial advice, but that's what it looks like to me. MSTW on strategy, 10 cents, 10 cents, 74% yield. The yield is great. The total return is terrible. Negative 119% annualized. Are you going to lose more than 100% of your money? No, but it hasn't been around a year, so it's annualizing that to if the trend kept going, that's what it would look like. It's a $7 fund, so if you own it, good luck. TSLW, Tesla, 22 cents to 20 cents, 45% yield, barely positive total return, 0.96%. Almost 4% if you reinvest, negative 1.7% if you don't. So again, there's the controversy is drip, no drip. Some of you don't do it at all. Some of you do it on all of them. I do it on the ones based on these numbers right here. So, this would tell me, yes, reinvest. Thankfully, I'm in the position where I'm not living off these. I work full time, good money, decent money, I guess. And I'm putting money into the market every week, my own money. I'm reinvesting the distributions into something, whether it's themselves or something else. I don't take anything out. And my plan is to do that another 4 years or so, and then hopefully have a solid income to retire on. So we'll see. Again, this channel is about the journey to that. So follow along. Ubu on Uber, 33 cents to 29 cents, 40% yield, negative total return. United Healthcare, 25 cents to 30 cents, 42% yield, negative total return. GDXW, this one I own, And this one I love. It's gold miners. It's done better than gold, the gold fund. Number one, GLDW is gone from 50 to 60. This one's gone from 50 to 63. It was in the 80s at one point, so it is down from its all-time high. But still, NAV appreciation from launch. It's paying 84 cents a week on average. Today is it went from 84 cents to 93 cents. So it's a raise. It's 68%. The gold fund is only 38% yield. So this is gold miners. And look at the total return. The gold fund, it's 105%. This one's 208%. 218 if you reinvest. I own it. Guess what I'm doing? Reinvesting until these numbers change. Again, I update these on the weekend, so this might be different tomorrow. This is real time, the yield and the prices and the distros. These I put in manually. There's 163 of them. So, I don't do that every day. Not going to do it. I work full time. You want to get me to, 1 million subscribers, then maybe I can retire and do this every day. All right. We did hit 400, though, subscribers, by the way, yesterday or the day before. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for that. So WPay. Fund of funds. I'm a little disappointed in it. They've made some changes. I don't know if they've taken effect yet that I like. I think it'll do better. And but they went from 27 cents to 32 cents, so that's good. 5-cent raise, 39% yield, negative total return, negative 17% annualized. So maybe it'll make a comeback with their changes. Maggie, that's Mag 7, 27 cents to 28 cents, 30% yield, 22%, almost 23 annualized total return. Nice. And pretty much it's a little better if you don't reinvest by 0.01%. So not a big deal there. ETH, that's on Ethereum, 13 cents to 17 cents. That's a raise, 72% yield, negative total return on an annualized basis, but not terrible. YBTC, this is Bitcoin, 16 cents, 43% yield. Total return's positive, 10% annualized. 14 if you don't reinvest, 6 if you do. So I would not if I own this. Now, financial advice. And now the DTEs. We'll finish there, and then I'm going to talk about just a couple other things. We'll close it out and just enjoy our evening. So RDTE, that's the Russell, 20 cents to 25 cents. That's nice. 44% yield on an index fund. 14% annualized total return, 16% if you drip. So that's solid. Again, that's an index fund. QDTE, that is on the NASDAQ, 22 cents to 19 cents, 40% yield, 15% annualized total return. And you'll notice these DTEs, these are index funds. You got Russell, you got NASDAQ, you got S&P. Total returns are all positive if you own these funds since inception. Your numbers may be different. Mine are different. I own QDTE, but I did not buy it at inception. So my numbers are different. But I like this fund. Something I noticed about Roundhill the last 2 years, with QDTE especially, but really all of them, the last couple of payments in December are massive for these 3 funds. Keep that in mind. That I bought QDTE because of that in December. So I've owned it, just a few months. Got some massive payments. Now I'm getting 40% annualized, 15% total return annualized, and we'll wait and see what this December does. I'm going to hold this till then for sure, and we'll see. But they paid massive the last 2 Decembers. So something to think about. All right. And XDTE, 20 cents, 16 cents, 24% yield, 13% annualized total return. Now, I want to show you this. Let's go here. This is my YouTube video. This is the video I did last week. This is the thumbnail. I'm going to use the same thumbnail, the same cover photo, but I did make one change. This said 30. This says 35%, 35+% yield. I look at the average yield of all of them, and I get 35% from last week. The week before it was 40. The week before that it was 45. So it's dropping, right? 35 as of last week. Today, we're going to just do this and average them. It's 43%. So today's thumbnail should say greater than 40%, 40+%. And then there's a question mark, of course, because everyone does their yield different. The managers just do the yield based on their last distribution. I like the last three because you get a cleaner picture. Because some are way up one week or down way, 1 week. So that's that. And we can actually rank these. We'll just do a quick sort, largest to smallest, expand out, boom. Best yielder is MSTW, the strategy fund. And any strategy fund, MSTR, of all the companies we cover, MSTR funds are getting the biggest yield. They're also getting the biggest losing total returns because the volatility. It's a volatile stock that these are trading on. And so yeah, it's 74% yield, but the total return is negative. So I don't like that. I used to chase that, but I did notice my my balance coming down. Now, is this going to go to zero? I don't think so. It's going to reverse split before it does, but I'm just I'm at the point where I've got a nice little income from these. It's over $1,000 a month, and we'll do a portfolio at some point. If you want to see that, let me know. I'm not a whale by any means, but I'm making over $1,000 a month in these, and I'm just putting it back in various spots and just stacking, compounding, and in a few years, that $1,000 a month, hopefully $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. We'll see. So YEETH is number 2, 72% yield. GDXW, that's the one I owned, 68% yield. So on and so forth. So the yields went up on average from last week. I wanted to show you that. And again, I own 3 of these. GDXW at 68% yield, QDTE at 40%, and GUW at 33%. But the important thing is, every one that I own, the total return is positive. So if we sort by total return, you're going to see my holdings probably top 3. I don't know. We'll see. Not top 3. 1 and 2, yes. I got GDXW, 208% annualized total return. It's gold miners. They've been great. Google has been great, 114% annualized total return. And then the QDTE, 15%. It's an index, so I don't expect 100%. I don't expect to double my money every year on that one. So that's the coverage. Then tomorrow or Sunday, we'll do the top 10s. We do the same thing with all the funds we cover. Top yielders, top total returners, and then another metric where the top yielders that aren't negative total return, if you get my drift. Last week it was SEMI. It's no secret. SEMY from Yield Boost, paying massive yield, way over 100%. Total return is over 50% annualized. So that's my favorite fund right now. Will that change? I don't know. We'll see. We'll update these numbers. I'll do this either tonight or in the morning, and then we'll do either a Saturday top 10 or a Sunday top 10. Probably Saturday, because I want to do something else on Sunday, but I'm not sure what yet. So if you want something, let me know. I want to start getting, we don't cover Defiance enough. We don't cover Quantify funds enough. We don't cover NEOS at all. And I do have one NEOS fund in my spreadsheet. It's BTCI. It doesn't knock my socks off, yield or total return. And so if some of them do, let me know. If there's a fund paying 50% yield with a 50% total return that I don't cover, let me know. And we'll cover that one for sure. All right, we'll close it out. Have a great day. Appreciate you guys. Remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. This is mine. You know this. I just share it with you. Share the journey. And I appreciate a lot of you sharing back what you're doing, because it helps me. It gives me ideas. So hit the like, subscribe, comment. We'll put this up at 7 p.m. tonight. I'll be in the live chat. Definitely comment there, but then go to the main chat after the video is posted and comment there. What kind of thing, what do you like about this channel? What do you not like? What do you want to see? It's your channel. I'm just sharing my stuff. So other than that, have a great day, and we will talk again soon.